Flexed biceps, light skin tone. Flexed biceps, light skin tone. Flexed biceps, light skin tone.
So glad to have you on board for some hoops. Joined by Grant Hill and Tim Legler. This is Brian Anderson, and we'll have Ali LaForce reporting for us. And William. Punches it home.
Oh, I love the ferocity on the drive. Williams doesn't lack confidence tearing towards the rim.
And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Look at the power on that.
He has to be one of the top dunkers in the game today. Now here's Hartenstein. Outside for SGA. And stolen by Durant. The battle under the rim could be spicy. These two teams don't back down, Legs.
Oh, you're going to see a lot of contact under the glass tonight. Two of the best rebounding teams in the league. There's no doubt this is going to be physical from the get-go.
Watch out for stray elbows.
He was grabbing the rim to extend the hang time.
Hey, maybe making sure the landing was kinder than the takeoff.
Wow, I mean, the 7'6" wingspan coming in handy. Holmgren loves swatting away shots just like this.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far.
And you see the frustration on his face. He had a great opportunity there, and he blew it.
It's good. Williams has got 6 points.
We talk about Williams' versatility as a scorer. He can get his points from just about any spot on the floor.
From the high post, and he hits the jumper for 2.
Oh, what a steady presence offensively and a very difficult player to game plan for.
Tim, watching Chet Holmgren, he brings a lot to the table.
Well, absolutely, Brian. He's got a wingspan of 7.5 feet, but still has touch from deep. It's really something to marvel at. Chet is redefining what a stretch big can be in the NBA.
Here's the 3. Oklahoma City grabs the miss. And there's the call on Amin Thompson. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
SGA deciding where to go with it. Here's Holmgren. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
First personal foul.
A streamlined rebuild for the Rockets. In 2021, they trade away James Harden. 4 years later, the #2 seed in the West, Grant.
And they haven't shortchanged their future either. Sure, they've added key veterans, but the bulk of their roster is still very young with room to grow.
Now here's Smith. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Here's Williams. And another miss by Oklahoma City. Rockets trail by 3. Here's Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
That is Thompson's game, rocking the rim and giving his team some energy.
And SGA throws it down.
Wow! Always fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mindset and even stronger finish.
Okay, I see ya. That's your point guard getting up.
Offensive rebound. Nice ball movement by Oklahoma City. Second chance shot. And he lays it up and in. SGA's got his second basket of the game.
And the D can't allow Gilgeous-Alexander to get this positioning, because once he does, he makes you pay.
And so he made welcome all. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action coming up for you. This is Brian Anderson. I'm here with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, our reporter, Allie LaForce. Here's Williams. Shot's good. SGA making the play. You know, in terms of Western Conference heavy hitters, Grant, we're looking at two of the biggest right here.
Oh, man, that makes this one a lot more interesting, doesn't it? You know, a lot of pride is on the line in this one, B.A. These teams will not be taking it easy on each other.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks. I caught up with the Nuggets head coach. Coach thinks that they can push Chet Holmgren out of the comfort zones, and he's okay with making him a jump shooter. He said on the perimeter, he may as well be any shooter. We can guard that. Once he's on the inside, though, the advantage is his. So we have to prevent that as much as we can. Back to you.
Thanks for that, Allie. Shot clock at 5. Jokic, good.
And Jokic has a number of moves to choose from, especially deep inside.
Outside for Dort. Pass to Hartenstein. The three from Holmgren. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
And Grant, David Adelman, a second-generation NBA head coach, grew up immersed in the game.
Yeah, B.A. Basketball was a family obsession. David, a ball boy for the Blazers in the 90s, went on to coaching, which he's done for decades. His whole life has led him to this.
Outside, Williams. He's in his comfort. Zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
We talk about Williams' versatility as a scorer. He can get his points from just about any spot on the floor.
And that's a foul called on Isaiah Hartenstein. That's his first foul. Here's Gordon. Pass to Jokic. And the dunk by Jokic.
And dunking it with authority inside. This is why Jokic guys look to feed him down there.
Now here's Hartenstein. Nice ball movement by Oklahoma City. Dort outside. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 4 on the clock. And it's good for 2.
Well, that's SGA in a nutshell right there. Quickness, length, guile, finishing on the interior.
To the paint. Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. Pass to Holmgren. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. And it's Oklahoma City with another.
Well, Dort touched the paint, and he was immediately thinking score.
Gordon outside. It's Jokic, high post. Outside Murray. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Murray's got 6.
Yeah, nice play by Murray. A big guard who is unafraid to mix it up inside.
And so Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. Oklahoma City going with almost an entire new group here. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's Mitchell. Drops in the layup for 2.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
So active on offense. Murray doing it himself.
Here's Mitchell. Driving inside. Banked it in off the glass. Mitchell's gotten his second bucket.
Now you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
And so here is Denver, following the bucket by Oklahoma City. Here's Murray. And it's Murray finishing it off.
Oh, explosive move. Sometimes Murray doesn't get enough credit for his athleticism.
Wiggins outside. Left side Williams. Wallace outside. A shot from the high post. Williams misses.
Good shot, gone bad. Gotta finish there.
Murray's shot is good.
We've seen this before from Murray. In big games, too, a dynamic score.
Here's Williams. Rebounded by Johnson. Murray scanning the floor. Here's Jokic. Oh, he beats the buzzer just in time. Wow.
Big time bucket, I'll tell you. Great clock management there.
Coaches talk about ending.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And before we move on, what have you guys seen from Denver?
Well, their offense is clicking so far, capturing the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Oh, you're going out of your way not to guard
Once
me.
he gets to the rim,
It's crazy.
It's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy.
Why
right
wouldn't
here.
you?
Just takes
You're playing the
2
game,
points,
right?
Moves on. Back to
All right,
Murray.
then. You're still going to lose either way.
There it is. Murray buries the 3.
Terrific up-tempo play.
I'm guarding you. You should guard me.
And moments later, he has a shot up.
Grant, he's built for the
If I
big
off-ball
moment.
with OKC, you know you're going to get blown
Ready and
out.
willing when the pressure is on.
Yeah, B.A. His playoff performances
All right.
speak for themselves. Clutch scoring,
All right, let's see.
playmaking, and, of course, that killer mentality.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot. Nikola Jokic is a family man through and through. He said,
There we go.
basketball is not the main thing in my life and probably never will be. And to be honest,
You're acting like this ain't the best team in the league.
Something that's more important than basketball.
OKC.
Some good perspective. Thank you
Yeah,
very
exactly.
much.
So the off-ball defense is going to be elite.
So difficult to defend Holmgren inside. For such a young player, his body control and awareness are off the charts.
Outside Murray. Down low. Here's Jokic. And it's Holmgren with a rebound.
Nothing more important than protecting the rim, folks, and that's exactly what they get.
And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Boy, the length of SGA. Get off your feet, young
Well, it
fella.
don't matter what team you got. You should be guarding your man no matter what. If the opponent is playing defense, you should play it back.
Back to Gordon.
It's unwritten. It's an unwritten rule. You sound old, so you know that. Let's not act like you don't know the rules of 2K.
Gotta give him credit for jumping on the ball.
You know that. You know that's a rule in
Boy,
2K.
inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more
Say so.
composed in these moments.
That's just an excuse if you
Boy,
can't
in
play
a tight
defense.
game like this, that can change the whole tone. It helps your opponent get into a little bit of a
If you're lagging, that's different. But you ain't even say you're lagging though.
Wants a timeout. He might
You're
have
shooting just
something
fine though. You're not lagging.
So both teams making some changes here.
I guess so.
Trail by 5.
Maybe if you can't play defense and you have to rely on off ball, you should choose a better team then.
Here's Jokic. Good work defensively by Hartenstein.
Boy, he had a clear look at it. Ooh, you hate to miss chippies like that.
And the Thunder were already a tough defensive unit, Doris. Went out and got more stoppers last season in Isaiah Hartenstein and Alex Caruso.
It is a prerequisite for Mark Daigneault that you be able to guard your backside off on the defensive end. They lean into their strengths. They were the best of the West in 2024, and then you go out and get better. That front office is first level good. So good.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Left side, Williams. Dort for three. Nails it from three. And it's a 10-point Thunder lead.
This game's taken on a whole new look thanks to this run.
This is a dominant stretch. I am so impressed with how they've played together as a unit over this last stretch. Aaron Gordon showing he can jump out of the gym. How about that alley-oop?
Here's Williams. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. That one on Brown. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Oklahoma City.
Well, we've seen them take advantage of the lanes given to them so far. The defense isn't plugging it up, and it's being exploited.
Free throw drops for Williams. Well, talking about Jalen Williams, what excites you most about this kid, Doris?
Okay, I don't know where to begin, PA, because you are talking about a legitimate two-way force and a guy who has the potential to be a perennial all-star. He takes on a huge defensive assignment. He can sustain an offense when your star is off the floor. Like, look out. This guy's game is big time.
Murray is doubled. Gordon on the wing. And he's going for the oop here. It's stolen by SGA. Inside. He shoots. Williams' shot is good. Williams has got 10.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Well, what great game planning, what great execution. It doesn't get much better than this.
Murray cuts in. Oh, he's on fire. 8 for 8 and just looking relentless.
What a dynamic drive by Murray, upsetting the defense and getting him to a shot.
Williams with the screen. Back to SGA. SGA attacking. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
That, folks, is about the speed of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Gets in there before the defense can react. Oh, phenomenal work right there. There's times, boy, he can be tough to check.
Gilgeous-Alexander into the lane. Chalk up two there.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. We see teams in college and high school run a lot more full-court press. Why is that less prevalent in the NBA, Doris?
Well, it's been less prevalent, BA, but all of a sudden teams are starting to push up in full court, understanding that if you can take 4 to 5 seconds off a shot clock with the shortest shot clock we have in the game, then that puts so much more pressure on the offense to execute.
Pass to Williams. Oh, they get a hand on it. Brown with a steal. Here's Murray. Jamal Murray hand delivers it to the rim.
And once the break is on, Murray gets involved, putting himself in the right position to score.
Here's Wallace. Excellent defense there from Watson. And so Murray will bring it up.
About the burst. Aaron Gordon off the floor so fast. Don't sleep on him, gentlemen. You're going to look silly.
Pass to Wallace. Here's Mitchell. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play opportunity. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City shooting their third free throw attempt of the game. Some breakthrough contributions for the Nuggets from Christian Brown and Aaron Gordon. Grant elevating their games.
But at the same time, Denver's depth has been a concern. You know, B.A., we know what Jokic can do, but he needs help to win another ring.
Clock is at 3. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot. Oklahoma City is not the biggest town, but Shai Gilgeous-Alexander said, quote, "Me personally, the market doesn't matter. I love the people in the organization and the people around me. And those are the things that matter. I go to work every single day with a smile on my face." Back over to you, Brian.
A great organization. All right, Allie, appreciate the report.
And so agile there on the break. I mean, you got to appreciate Holmgren hustling to capitalize in these situations.
And they pick up 2. Holmgren's got 9 points.
They're really in control on both ends of the floor right now, forcing turnovers and finding easy points, while the other guys struggle to keep up.
And David Adelman wants a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
Substitution on the court.
Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Here's Murray. 20 points for him. Out to the right wing. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
And that one's good. Holmgren.
Holmgren has so many moves. You're never sure which way he's going to go. Keeps your defense off balance.
Pass to Jokic. Over Holmgren. Rejected by Holmgren. And here again the Thunder in transition. Up the court they go. And it's Oklahoma City with another.
And this is why so many are high on Holmgren. His ability to dominate games with his scoring.
And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has made the move from star to superstar, Grant.
Well, no question, B.A. He's been a superstar for quite a few seasons now, but he's not satisfied and just continues to elevate his game year after year. And they're really rolling right now. That lead keeps getting bigger and bigger.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
To the middle. Dort. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup. So Dort's got 4 points now in the quarter. Pass to Gordon. Now Jokic. To in the cold spell. And Jokic throws it down.
Listen, this guy's doing his part. It's what we know he's about, but they have got to get some productivity from some other guys on this roster.
Everything is dropping for them. Just a terrific third period run.
And I think it's been all about their offensive efficiency, shooting the lights out in this quarter.
And they call an illegal screen here.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often. That's a breakdown defensively right there, folks. He just could not make them pay.
Pass to Murray.
No, I got them on. Why?
And so it's Chet Holmgren making things happen for Oklahoma City.
Right.
8 points in the quarter.
With the off bowling too, or on ball?
All right, stick around.
With the off bowling too, or on ball? All right. I mean, you can see that. What I told you, if I off ball, it's gonna be a blowout.
We'll see if there's a comeback in the works, or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters.
I don't know. It's tough defense.
Mitchell, good.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react,
The Nuggets aren't even that good in 2K. Jokic is not good in 2K.
Typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
No, of course, but with off-ball, you can only do so much on the offensive end.
Here's Holmgren. Unable to get that one. When you're casual with the ball, it can come
yeah, in real life he's good. In 2K he's horrible.
Loose can help you and hurt you. They really need
to. If you say so.
To the inside. And the big finish by Holmgren.
He's not unstoppable. He's not unstoppable like he is in real life in 2K.
Holmgren has the ball at rim level.
Here's Jokic. And another miss by Denver. So it's Oklahoma City now. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong. No baskets allowed.
Oh, it's exactly how you lead someone with the pass. Beautifully done.
Count it. Good.
I mean, it is amazing to watch Jokic at his size use the handle to create space for his shot.
And that one's good. Mitchell.
Here in the second half.
I mean, you came out good on offense.
What's happening is they're getting their
there's only so much you could do against OKC.
And you can clearly see the difference.
Nuggets only have a couple good players. They're not a good team overall.
Grabs a miss. And up the court come the Thunder on the break.
No, I'm a Warriors fan. I'm just using the Thunder because they're the best. But if I got to be realistic, though, the Nuggets only have a good starting lineup. They're shit besides that. Jokic and Murray carry them.
Pretty obvious call by the officials.
You know, he's just leaning a little.
And the only team that I can't beat as the Thunder is the Spurs. I have trouble with the Spurs when I play 2K.
Brown. And it's all from three-point range.
I mean, yeah, the matchup-wise, you got Jokic, so it makes sense, but Wembanyama is so hard to stop, though, especially when they
all. I'd love to see Chet Holmgren asserting himself offensively. You feeling the rhythm? Go ahead and play.
To the paint. Dort with a steal. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Can't get it to fall.
Yeah. If I lose the tournament, I'll see if I'm still online and I'll add you.
Beyond the arc. The Nuggets with another miss.
This is what you call trying to shoot your way out of a slump, and I'm not sure that's the best approach right now.
Isaiah Hartenstein.
And Hartenstein. Thanks for tuning in. We've got some exciting basketball up ahead. This is Brian Anderson. With me, Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. And reporting courtside, it's Allie LaForce. And the Spurs start out with the ball.
The cell shows you why you better not disrespect his bounds.
On offense, here is San Antonio. And for all the optimism, Grant, the Spurs having to navigate some tough seas with health challenges.
Yeah, the legendary Greg Popovich moving to a front office role. Then Wemby suffering a blood clot too. Some trying times, but this team's foundation of togetherness has helped.
Wembanyama double teamed. Here's Fox. Yes, and it's Wembanyama picking up the assist.
He is a rare one who's more comfortable inside. Fox, though, his game is about attacking, getting in close, not necessarily making a ton of threes. I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Down low. Wembanyama. And the dunk by Wembanyama.
Well, Victor doesn't have too far to go. I mean, he just pops up to the rim, makes it look so easy.
Back to Fox. Right side, Wembanyama. Out to Fox. Shot clock at 6. Rebounded by Fox. Pass to Champagny. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board. Here in the first quarter, with about 2 minutes gone by. To the paint. Here's Champagny. Covered by Wembanyama. And they go to the intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
To the middle.
The near 8-foot wingspan of Wembanyama. I mean, that will disrupt shots. Believe that.
You know, Richard, one thing you notice about Victor Wembanyama, he is even-keeled.
Yeah, you don't see him yell. You don't see him criticize. He works on building that team chemistry. I respect the players like that, the calm leadership type.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. You'll gladly take those.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, guys. Spurs talent evaluators first laid eyes on Victor Wembanyama when he was 15 years old, playing on a youth team in France. At that point, the franchise was enjoying its 22nd straight winning season, but the opportunity to just maybe draft a prospect like Wemby gave them the impetus to rebuild. Brian, back to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks for the report. Back to Fox. Wembanyama, the open look. The basket's good, off the assist from Fox. Wembanyama's got his second bucket. And De'Aaron Fox picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
And here's a timeout from Mitch Johnson. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments for San Antonio. San Antonio trailing here. Here's Harper. And there's the drive. And he misses the go-ahead basket. Inside. It's stolen by Barnes. Johnson with it. Castle covering. San Antonio moving the ball around.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
Coach is loving the ball movement.
San Antonio with the ball. They trail by 1. Good work there as it goes.
And slicing and dicing the D to pieces on the attack. Harper has a good feel for when to drive.
Outside for Wembanyama. Rebounded by the Spurs.
Now, I understand that that shot didn't go down, but they will take that look every trip down the floor.
He's undersized for a 4, but his hops level the playing field.
Ball stolen. Oh, Fox with a steal. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And there's the foul. It's on Keldon Johnson. That's his first foul of the game.
Tough break for the defense. I mean, he took the hit, but he didn't get the call.
Oh, got a piece of it.
Stealing a ball in the NBA, it takes more than quickness. It takes smarts. Run it.
Oh, that's impactful defense right there. Finding a steal and instantly turning it into offense.
There's 14 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Harper. It's good.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
And so it's San Antonio closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. They've been aggressive in transition and find themselves in front. We'll be back. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Spurs.
showing their energy so far, sprinting up and down the floor, getting out in transition and taking advantage.
Outside Barnes. The basket's good. Off the assist from Fox. Barnes has got 5. All right, Richard, just as a fan of the game, who's your favorite player to watch right now?
I'm really loving Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Really, their whole team. But Shai, he's just special to watch.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Even though Fox is just 6'3", he's got some pop, showing them off a little bit on that play.
He got a piece of it. And out of bounds. San Antonio will have it. San Antonio with the ball. 10-point lead. This is their biggest of the game. Pass to Cornette. From down in the low post, it goes.
Nothing in the game's quite as smooth as a finger roll. Great finish right there.
Knocked loose. And as it goes out of bounds, San Antonio will keep possession. San Antonio leading by 8. Well, RJ, some rebuilds go better than others. Wouldn't you say the Spurs are off to a good start?
Oh, they've got their cornerstone in Wembanyama, along with an array of young talent and plenty of picks. They look to compete now and for years to come, I would think so.
To the inside. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
Here's Harper. That one goes. Count it.
Yeah, sneaking around there down low. Dylan Harper got the bucket.
And out of bounds. San Antonio will have it. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. And there's another one for the Spurs.
Just continuing to pile it on, refusing to let up.
If he has space in the mid-range, he'll let it fly. Doesn't matter if the score is tied or they are up big.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. Spurs lead by 8. Johnson on the wing. San Antonio moving the ball around. Harper gets it to go. Harper's got 8 points in the quarter.
Yeah, Harper really had to force his way through. No one gives rookies an easy time out there.
Barnes, no good. Spurs trail by 10. Castle goes in. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
Here's Bryant, plenty of space. Ooh, ripped away. Pass to Cornette. 1:49 left in the first half of basketball.
Well, he's fearless. Harper's got a knack for getting into the teeth of the defense.
And here's the timeout from Mitch Johnson now. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Different look for San Antonio. Spurs lead by 6. Here's Fox on the take. And Fox powers it home.
Boy, Fox, there may not be a quicker player with the ball in his hands.
When you watch De'Aaron Fox, is there anything that sticks out to you, Grant?
Well, B.A., this league has the best athletes in the world, and Fox looks like maybe the quickest guy out there on most nights. His change of direction is especially elite. And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Vassell with it, now guarded by Bryant.
Woo! He fits Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
"51 seconds left in the first half." To the middle. Here's Cornette. And he dunks it down.
Nice decision by Castle. I mean, this guy is a great teammate.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. You look at Devin Vassell. He seems to still be working towards his full potential, RJ.
Yeah, I see many ways that he can continue to up his game. And that's not a knock. You never stop learning in this league. But for Vassell, his potential, oh, it's exciting.
And the Spurs willing to be patient with this rebuild, but when De'Aaron Fox became available, Grant, they did not blink.
Yeah, he's just too dynamic to pass up, and still young enough to grow with their core. Now it's about making the pieces click.
The first free throw is good.
Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here alongside Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And our reporter tonight on the sideline is Allie LaForce. Here's Champagnie inside. And that one's good. Wembanyama. Well, both these teams are struggling, RJ. Neither is playing great basketball right now.
Oh, no, they're not. But this is an upside. Somebody is going to come out on time tonight, and that could bring some confidence because, boy, we know they need it.
Oh, great decision there. Get it to Wembanyama and let Victor finish as the roller.
Pass to Vassell. Shot clock at 6. And the rejection by Wembanyama. And the Spurs with possession. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. And Fox gets it to go.
Look at Fox fearlessly going inside, hunting for a higher percentage look.
Pass to Champagnie. The kick out to Fox. Wembanyama down low. Misses that one. His first miss of the night. 2 for 3. RJ, we have never seen a player like Victor Wembanyama. In your opinion, what's his potential?
Wemby has so much potential, it's scary. The number one thing that can stop him from being one of the greats of all times, in my opinion, is injury. After that, there is nothing that is stopping him from being one of the most dominant physical specimens we've ever seen.
And the Spurs with possession after the basket by San Antonio.
For his size, Wembanyama can be so graceful, moving well off the screen just with ease.
Wembanyama, a screen to the middle. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Assist goes to
Wembanyama's got 8 points.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thank you. The Spurs are on the rise. Victor Wembanyama said, quote, "I've been on board since day one. We know it's not going to be a straight line. There will be ups and downs. This is not easy, but I'm very confident in the will that my guys have. The long term is never being questioned." Back over to you, Kevin.
They'll get there for sure. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. San Antonio trailing here. Watch the screen. Wembanyama outside. Fires from deep. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
And when Wembanyama is connecting from deep, he is downright unguardable. This is how special a talent he is.
Now, here's Fox. Wembanyama, right side. Spurs working the ball around now. Here's Castle. The teardrop falls in.
What a creative shot by Castle, opting for the soft touch.
And great with Stephon Castle winning the 2025 Rookie of the Year award. The Spurs went back-to-back in that category.
Yeah, of course, Victor Wembanyama winning that same award in 24. Just more confirmation that these Spurs are building something special.
It's stolen by Wembanyama. Here's Barnes. It's rebounded by De'Aaron Fox.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
And you have to feel for him. That's the kind of miss that will stick with you for a little bit.
Now, here's Vassell. Still without a basket. Again, the miss by the Spurs. San Antonio leading.
It's stolen by Wembenyama. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. A pass to Fox. Rebounded by the Spurs.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
Barnes the screen. And it's Vassell with the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
And another turnover here by San Antonio.
First ball. Substitution on the court.
They swipe it. And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. He got it up. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Spurs?
Oh, boy, they've been driving deep into that defense early on, and it's paid off. Great penetration from the perimeter so far.
And when you talk about Dylan Harper, Greg, just how impressive is his skill set?
A tall guard with incredible handles and elite elusivity. He already has an impressive command of the pick and roll. Harper, I believe, is primed to be a special player in this league.
Here's Wembenyama. Makes it off the glass. Wembenyama's got 13 points.
You have to be aware of Wembenyama on the boards. Really keep a body on him.
Down low. Here's Barnes. He goes up again. Wembenyama going to town inside.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint. Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost.
flexed biceps, light skin tone flexed biceps, light skin tone flexed biceps, light skin tone.
we'll see the Houston Rockets matched up against the defending NBA champions, the Oklahoma City Thunder. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Tim Legler and Greg Anthony. And our reporter on the sideline tonight, Allie LaForce. Williams gets the bucket. This is one fans have been looking forward to, Greg, for a while now. Two major star-studded teams ready to battle.
On paper, it's a very exciting matchup. And knowing these guys are ready to exceed all expectations, we could be in for a real show here tonight. And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Well, it's forcing them to guard at all three levels.
Now here's Durant. Just 5 on the clock. Nice shot by Smith.
And this is what you let Smith work inside. He's adept at knowing how to finish in traffic.
Outside Williams. SGA with the ball. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And now they are just going to keep riding that momentum with the hot hand.
Tim, how in the world did Jalen Williams fall into the Thunder's lap with the 12th pick back in that 2022 draft?
Well, Kevin, he played at a mid-major, so he was a bit of a late bloomer. A lot of people saw him as high floor, low ceiling type, and he was an awful fast riser as the draft got here, but still a steal in that late lottery.
And what a smart pick by that organization, huh? My goodness.
They seem to always get it right.
They do. Hartenstein. It's rebounded by Şengün. And Katie, here we go. The shot is good. And so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
And just so long and elusive on the drive. Durant, excellent at finding ways to navigate inside. Straight power, homie. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely a resounding dunk. And he drives in. And again, it's Kevin Durant. Durant's got 8 points.
Anytime KD gets that look, it's a great possession for this team.
Holmgren gets the bucket.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, guys. There's a resemblance in Alperen Şengün's game. Coach Udoka said he's got a little bit of Joker in him. That's the first thing you'll see. Şengün acknowledged the comparison, adding our passing skills and touch under the rim is similar, but Joker is like monster level. I want to get to that level. Kevin?
He is clearly on the rise. Thank you, Allie. Holmgren outside. And the dunk by Holmgren.
And given that Holmgren is 7 feet tall, he's a threat to throw it down at any time.
Durant. Shepard with the ball. He's picked up by Holmgren. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Reed Shepard. That'll be his second foul of the game. And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. And the Thunder with some changes. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played. Screen by Wiggins. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Here's Wallace. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Well, with that kind of success, I imagine they'll continue to be aggressive inside.
And now that we are witnessing the tail end of Kevin Durant's illustrious career, Tim, talk about his legacy.
Well, Kevin, without question, this is one of the all-time greats, arguably the most effortless scorer the game has ever seen. Quite simply, he is one of one.
saying, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Durant, no good. Oklahoma City leading by 3. To the left wing. Here's Caruso. And the layup is good.
That's just a smart play right there. The right pass to a ready shooter.
And it's Smith missing. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
At the line for your Thunder, Isaiah Joe.
We've got 22 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. How about this run, Craig, they're on right now? Wow.
I mean, they're just getting to their spots and executing, really keeping things simple. Resourceful move there. That was not an easy one to convert.
Well, even with a bigger defender on him, he was undeterred.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half. So far, both teams scorching the nets. You gotta love it.
Yeah, both ways. We're seeing a nice rhythm offensively. Now let's see which team can come up with some stops.
A big-time effort for Alex Caruso, providing a lot of energy for Oklahoma City. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Don't go anywhere. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Thunder.
A lot of high motor play from them in this one, allowing them to kind of charge through the defense and find good looks.
Well, he's a guy they look to go to, and now you see why.
And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. For the Thunder lead by 5. And with the depth of this Oklahoma City Thunder team, Tim, who's an impact player on this roster that might fly a little bit under the radar?
Yeah, Kevin, I think it's Aaron Wiggins. I look at a guy that in any other situation, might be able to average 15 to 18 points a game, but in Oklahoma City, he has sacrificed shots and minutes to be part of a winning team, and he competes every night.
He does indeed. And no questioning the greatness of Kevin Durant. But, Greg, trying to get back into championship contention.
Yeah, and since his 2 titles with the Warriors, disappointed with the Nets and Suns, can he get a shot at another ring?
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Also, the ball handler needs to wait until the screener's feet are set.
Pass to Shepard. Out to Smith. Now Shepard. Houston moving it around. Just 4 to shoot. Out of bounds. Oklahoma City takes possession. The Thunder leading by 4. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And it's 8 points here for Jalen Williams.
Works that one inside nicely.
Durant just inside the line. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Pass to Dort. Back to SGA. Screen by Hartenstein. Hartenstein. Great positioning on the putback. Hartenstein's got the lead up to 8 now for the Thunder.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
And the foul called on Jalen Williams. That'll be his second foul of the game. Pass to Şengün. Durant wide open. He fires. Good, and the assist goes to Şengün. KD's got 20 points. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for Oklahoma City. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Hey, Oklahoma City is not the biggest town, but Shea Gilgeous-Alexander said, quote, "Me personally, the market doesn't matter. I love the people in the organization and the people around me. And those are the things that matter. I go to work every single day with a smile on my face." Back to you guys.
Yep, a wonderful organization. All right, Allie, we appreciate the report. Tim, you know, you've played it for so long. The intensity of competition can lead to some heated communication, even between those on the same team.
Oh, Kevin, believe me, in the 10 years I played in the league, you often see that between teammates because you have highly competitive individuals who aren't always going to see eye to eye.
But don't you think that's good, though, that competitive tension that may exist within a team?
It creates an edge, Kevin, that you need to win in this league.
Nothing to see here, folks. Just another tremendous scoring night from Durant.
And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. On the wing, Wallace. Outside, SGA. Kick pass to Caruso. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Very difficult to stop team play when the ball's moving. Excellent find with the pass to create that scoring opportunity.
Here's Shepard. Screen by Smith. Durant raising up.
Oh, rising up for the throwdown. I love seeing KD finish with some power.
Every coach in this league loves assisted baskets. It indicates your offense is flowing the way it's supposed to.
Pass to Holmgren. Nice D from Durant.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it. Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. There's 45 seconds left to play in the first half. And it's Houston's ball. They're on a 16-6 run. It's good, the assist that time from Smith. KD's got 34.
And Durant, so dangerous as a scorer. He can shoot it from D, also beat you off the dribble there. He just stops and pops.
29 seconds left in the first half of the game. Down low. Here's Holmgren. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
And once Holmgren gets the ball in there, he can finish in so many ways.
Durant, good.
I love how he's taking charge out there. Here, offensively, riding the wave.
It's stolen by Shepard. Pass to KD. And blocked the ball with his palm. What a defensive play. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. The Rockets on top, leading by 5. And for 2K Sports, we'll be back here at Paycom Center right after this. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Houston leading by 5. And you look at these Rockets, Greg, pretty fearsome on the defensive end.
I mean, great length and athleticism on the wings, and a defensive-minded coach in Ime Udoka. They'll make you work for it, no doubt about it.
6 to shoot. The shot from 20 feet away. Rebound by Williams.
He typically dominates that area of the floor. It just didn't drop.
The drive by Mitchell.
Oh, that will energize his teammates. Going right at the defender and throwing it down.
Şengün, no good. Here's Caruso. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Go into the rack with energy. The D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Well, defensively, you can't allow that in a game this close.
Oklahoma City trailing. Executing to perfection right now offensively.
I mean, in total sync. Good luck trying to stop him now.
He gets it in there.
And whatever intensity was lacking there in the first half, you're seeing it on display here now.
Well, the margin for error is getting smaller, so the stakes on each possession are getting bigger.
KD's shot is good.
And with the right partner, Durant is an unstoppable force in that pick and roll. It's a very high percentage play when he's running.
And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Pass to Hartenstein. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Dort left side. Tries again. And that one is good from Hartenstein. Hartenstein's got his second bucket of the game to go. This game has a lot of character here in the third period. 6 changes of the lead here.
Intensity is the theme for this one.
Here's Hartenstein. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. And that's now 6 points for Isaiah Hartenstein. Tim, I know you love that little push shot that Isaiah Hartenstein possesses in the lane. It really is beautiful, isn't it?
I refer to it as releasing the doves. It's a beautiful thing to watch. And I think it's a shot more bigs should try to master because you don't have to get all the way to the rim.
Releasing the doves. And the timing, too, right? I mean, it's got to kind of come in the flow of the kid's movement when he's taking that shot.
Absolutely. He understands how to find those pockets where that shot is available.
Here's Williams. And Durant sends it back.
And how about the reach of Durant? Terrific job of having that on display defensively. Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
We see this in the NBA all the time. It is very difficult to keep a lead in this league.
He is 3 for 3 from the free throw line.
A year ago, he had an 84% success rate on his foul shot, so he was a guy they were always happy to see at the line.
Growing up in Arizona, Jalen Williams, Tim, was not an elite prospect.
Well, most stars in this league were blue-chip recruits coming out of high school. But, Kevin, not Williams. He spent 3 years in college developing his game, and he has worked his way into an all-star.
It seems like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Tim, has the ball handling and finishing package of a player 6 inches shorter. What he does at his size is really amazing.
Yeah, I think he has the offensive game of a shorter player because he thought he was only going to be 6'1". He got to 6'6". So now you've got this incredible array of shot making around the rim with a much taller player. That is a difficult combination to deal with.
So he had to readjust not only physically but mentally how he approached the game, correct?
Absolutely. It changed everything for his approach.
And Thompson throws it down.
We see this night in and night out. Thompson uses his size and elevation to make tough shots in the paint.
Houston shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight.
And team stats last season, 74% shooting. So some numbers that they can definitely improve upon.
Well, when you grab the offensive rebound, you're already right there at the rim. It makes the putback that much easier.
And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. And, Greg, you might not be surprised to hear this, but Shai Gilgeous-Alexander comes from a family of athletes.
Yeah, I mean, his mother was a sprinter in the 400 meters representing Antigua and Bermuda in the 92 Summer Games in Barcelona. Impressive.
Out to the right wing. Out to Smith. Launches it. Knocks down the 3-ball. Smith's got 8 points.
Supreme confidence. Smith really stretches the floor with his ability to shoot.
The Rockets trail. 26 seconds left in the third. 5 to shoot. Houston needs to get a shot. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Floats one up. And Mitchell with a nice bucket inside. Mitchell's got 4 this quarter.
Watching the trajectory on a floater never gets old. One of the most fun ways to score that this league has.
And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. Thunder lead by 3. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Oklahoma City leading by 3. The drive by Holmgren. And he gets it to go.
Oh, nice job there from Holmgren. His guys appreciate when they're open, he gets them the ball.
Out of bounds, Oklahoma City takes possession. And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Well, over the break, I listened to Ime Udoka's huddle. He told his players he expects more from them at the line, saying, quote, keep drawing fouls, keep getting to the stripe. But when you do, you got to make it count. Not looking to give those freebies away. Back to you.
Terrific, Allie. We appreciate the report. Here's KD. The Thunder pull it in. Holmgren gets the bucket. And it's a 9-point Thunder lead.
And they've done some nice work as we've come down the stretch here in the final quarter.
And they've got a lot of momentum right now, trying to close this thing out.
Back to SGA. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Pass to Holmgren. And there's the defensive 3-second call. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Thunder?
You love how they've lived in the paint, making the defense just consistently have to collapse and still finding ways to convert.
They double team KD. No good off the front iron. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Thunder. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
It's a great game plan, and it's great execution. They've really been in the zone.
And that one's good. Green.
And we mentioned Durant's scoring ability often, but they're showing how good of a passer he can be.
Outside Holmgren. Green rips down the board. It's trailed by 10. Eason. Nice use of the glass on the finish.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
We thought this might be the case coming in. Not a lot of defense out there right now.
On a dime, Shea got right where he wanted for that shot.
And the shot goes in.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Gilgeous-Alexander. And he jams it in.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
And you can see how it energizes the entire team.
Driving inside. Good. Lays it right in there. Oklahoma City leading by 8. Now Holmgren. Oh, that was a two-hander.
When you want a high percentage take offensively, get it to Holmgren in that spot.
Here's Green. Screen by Capella. Green with the ball. Picked up by Hartenstein. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jeff Green. That's his first foul. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Strong move off the glass.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
Durant. And that one is good.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish. And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for Oklahoma City.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
Outside Durant. Now Eason. Off target from outside. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game. Gilgeous-Alexander. Cleared away by Capella. Holmgren. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay.
That's how you win the tournament. That's the $5 tournament right there. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Subscribe to my main account. And yeah. God is good. Jesus is king. Peace out.